Kudos. Sunday. Today's Morgue chat is going to be called Failure is Not an Option. Something that obviously your Congress does not understand. But we're not getting political today. We're being philosophical. That's right. Philosophy's part of this whole Sunday thing. Alright. Now I'll tell you in this. I may be the most consistent man on the face of the earth. I have had the same job for 22 years. Now mind you, I'm not even 40 yet. I have had the same job for 22 years, because it's what I chose. I have had the same girl for 23 years, because she's the one I chose. I have been struggling through different bands for 22 years, because metal is what I choose. Speaking of metal, I hope you can hear the background track today. It's Soldiers of Scrape. Soldiers of Scrape have been doing it since they were Bull Scraper and way before that. Kudos to these guys. They fucking crush. Now back to me. Some of this shit that I've done, I have had to keep beating my head against the wall until the wall gave way. It was not easy, but along with consistent, I am also adamant about the things that I have chosen. And that's why I keep banging my head against the wall. I know what I want. There is no predictability in this. There is no second guessing. I have made a decision. It is written in stone, and it will be. Now, these things have utilized more than half of my time on Earth. Therefore, failure is not an option. Now, this is the way I see it. Once you formulate a plan in life, because you gotta have a plan. Like making sure you have a lighter, you know, that would be a freaking fine plan. Alright, no, but once you have formulated a plan, you must picture the end result in your head. The end result of spilling beer means wet wood. I should have pictured that. Alright. Then you must bust down every barrier until that picture comes to fruition. Because the only thing that stops most people is that in the formulation process of this picture, they pictured an unattainable goal. Now, if your goal is to be President of the United States, you must remember that only 2 to 5 people, guys, notice I say guys because we ain't ready for that women crap, are going to be there in that time when you could possibly fit the requirements of this. So, therefore, not a reasonable goal, no. Now, this is in no way saying that your goals should be set lower, your standards should be set lower. It just means choose something that perseverance can allow you to attain. And do not quit! Now, example of this comes later on in the show. Let's talk about quitters. Winners never quit and quitters never win. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. We'll get to stepping, and when shit gets in your way, step over it, step around it. And if that fails, kick the living shit out of it until it is broken and then push it out of your way. Then get to stepping again. Because, what? Failure is not an option. I mean, this is your life. This is what you're going to leave behind, your deeds, your accomplishments, your testament to the fact that you have lived it all. So what do you want written on your headstone? Well, let me put it this way. I want a big fucking headstone with a lot of writing. Alright? So people got to stand around on my freaking corpse for a long time reading it. Now, speaking of that, there are also bad not quitting. Kinda. Smoking. I have done an impressive, even by Philip Morris standards, 27 years of straight smoking. I sing in a metal band, I do martial arts, I feel great. That ain't saying that you should smoke. Drinking, and I've never quit smoking. Drinking I've never quit either. 28 years and counting. One. Now, driving. 22 years without a license. I will not quit driving. I need to get places. I need to do shit. I need to live life. So, fuck them, their license and all that. Now, school. Well, this was my Waterloo. And speaking of that, and speaking of school, let's go into history and say, how come it's called Waterloo when the English use the words water closet and loo for the bathroom? Is this correlation, or is this just, I don't know. Alright, I tried school, I went back again and again, and they kept kicking me out. 4 different high schools, 2 years. That is perseverance, I tell you. Yet they would have none of it. But I did manage to get record-breaking class absences like 2 years running. Now, so I went and got my GED just to prove my point that I could have done it had they let me. And had they not been so domineering, self-righteous, and fragile. Fragile vice principals. That was the problem. Okay, segue. Let's talk about unfragile. Better yet, let's see it. Last week I told you I was going to bring the Twin Towers down. Wham! The fiery Twin Towers. Well, I didn't. I failed. The bottom floors held up on the Twin Towers. Close but no cigar. But failure is not an option. That is the thing. Therefore, I did it again today, just hours ago, and that's why Morgue Chat is up so goddamn late this Sunday. So, it is lesson time, kiddos, Kilberry style. Let's roll the footage. Well, Animal is out doing other things and other projects, so I guess I have to do this myself. Let us roll the footage. Not again. Yeah. Careful, Brian. I can't do it. Do this thing.
One.
Yeah, one again. Give me a hand.
And that's the way you get it. You see, children? Again, failure. I tried again. And that was about an hour later. Failure. Ripped up my freaking arm in the process. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Has to happen. And it will happen. So I will not let those failures stop me from attaining my goal of smashing these 2 pillars of concrete. 3 times in a row? Almost. Not next time. I will do it because it is written in stone. With that, Morgue Chat, can you please do something? Morgue Chat.